Hi guys, welcome back. I said I was going to wait a week, but I just waited so long to get started that I just have so much to tell you. So Kamina, the coach here, back again. So what I really wanted to talk to you about today is I coach anything. That's broad. I coach for emotional health and well-being, but since I've been abroad, I currently work and teach abroad. I've moved sort of into a niche market. So I kind of specifically work with people who want to work and live abroad. A lot of teachers, but anybody in the United States who wants to work and live abroad. That's my niche market. Of course, I'm happy to work with people who want to achieve goals, who want spiritual development, who want to achieve things that they just haven't been achieving in life. I'm happy to work with those people as well. But my niche market, like I said, has become Americans who want to work and live abroad. So I'm going to cover a couple of things. I'm going to try not to go long today. I'm a little long-winded when it comes to this stuff. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and my background and my coaching background. I'm going to talk about why come abroad. I'm going to talk about why you shouldn't come abroad. And I'm going to talk about some reasons why you might want to invest in a coach. If not me, any coach. It's good for you. So anyways, let's get started. So my last video, I talked about being vulnerable. So in my videos, you'll often hear me talk about things that are uncomfortable. If they are uncomfortable for you to hear, imagine they are quite uncomfortable for me to say. So be nice. Okay, so I was adopted at birth. I didn't find out until I was 32 that I was adopted, and I then was abandoned and discarded at 14. Not the easiest childhood. I joined the military when I was 21, right after 9/11, and I was in the military for about 10 years where I was a trainer, among other things, administrative assistant, and I did signal there as well. I started coaching right after I got out of the military. I got out of the military in 2010. I started coaching then, specifically life coaching, people that wanted to achieve goals, people who had things that they wanted to do in their life and they just weren't able to succeed in reaching those goals. And I also moved abroad shortly after I got out of the military as well. I burned up my savings pretty quickly, was not able to find any work when I got out of the military. My undergraduate degree is in criminal justice. I thought that I was going to go to law school and then I was going to be the first Black woman president. That's how I was going to change the world. So then I discovered I needed to go a little more micro. I was thinking macro, I need to think micro. I'm much better one-on-one, one life at a time, or in a classroom. So when I came abroad, I have been in China 2 different times. I've worked in rural and urban China. I've worked in Saudi Arabia 3 different times in rural and urban areas. I'm currently in the capital of Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. I've been in Oman twice, rural and urban there as well. I've been in the UAE once. I've been in Iraq once and Mexico once. So I do have extensive background in working and living abroad. It is kind of what it is. So let's talk about why come abroad. Some good reasons to come abroad. So as Americans, we tend to be a little sheltered, to say the least. So moving abroad will help you broaden your mind. It will help you, if you have children, it will help you give your children some exposure as well, and give you exposure to other cultures, to let you see the world truly for what it is, because it's in a bit of a censored lens from the way that we see it. You might also want to save some money. Depending on where you're living and working, housing might be provided, usually provided. Insurance is provided. Depending on where you're living, cost of living can be quite a bit less. You can make quite a bit more. Usually the ratio of what you're going to make and save is a lot better living overseas. So you might want to just come over temporarily to pay off debt, or you might think about moving somewhere permanently. Okay, so let's talk about reasons not to come abroad. Running. Running is never a good reason to do anything, to make any kind of decision. So if you're running from anything, if you're running from yourself, if you're running from hurts, if you're running from fears, I'm here to tell you that it's kind of amplified when you're living abroad. So you really need to work on healing yourself in the process of getting ready to come abroad, because you can't outrun those things. So it's a really bad reason to come abroad. Homesickness can really compound the hurt and internal things that you have going on, negative internal things that you have going on. So that's a really bad reason to move abroad. Don't do it. Also, another big one is if you're running from the situation in the United States. So it's easy to feel like you're in a bubble in the United States and only see the problems that our country faces, but it's all very interconnected, and I'm here to tell you that there are quite a few problems in other places around the world as well. So if you're running from the problems in the United States, I'm here to tell you that every country has its own problems. There is no perfect country. So if you're running from the problems of the United States, you're not likely to be satisfied with what you find abroad either. Okay, and then to finish up really quickly, why get a coach? So I'm not trying to sell you on me, but I am telling you this. If you invest in yourself, you're much more likely to follow through. A coach helps keep you accountable. So you meet with the coach, you make a list, and then you meet with your coach the next time, and the coach is like, what's up? Why aren't you doing all these things that you said you wanted to do? So a coach helps keep you accountable. Usually you want to get a coach who is niche, who is specific to the things that you want to do. So if you want to improve your finances, you want to go with a finance coach. Financial coach. If you want to lose weight, you go with a weight loss coach, right? If you have an addiction, these kind of things. So you want to find a coach who is an expert in their field. So they have the kind of advice that you don't have to always spend all your time going to Google to ask. All right. So again, I'll end with this. I'm not here to sell you on me, right? I only want you to do the best that you possibly can for you. So if I'm a good coach for you, please contact me. If I'm not a good fit for you, find someone else who can lead you in the right direction. But it's always best to make a good investment in yourself. So I've gone way over time here. I meant this to only be 5 minutes. I will see you in the next video. Kamina the Coach, wishing you a wonderful day and happy living. Love and light.